Hello. Welcome back to From Spirit for Love. My name is Julia Rose, and my ancestors are coming through today with a message. It's a bit of a serious one, I think. No? Well, we'll see. Had me sitting outside, meditating under the sun, and my upper... Oh, okay, it's coming through. I see. So, this is a Divine Counterpart update. Yeah. For the Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines, the counterparts in union and yet to be union, but who are especially close. Yeah. The message that was coming through, oh, thank you. So, they were telling me about a war coming. I sat there and I was like, what? What did you just say to me? You said war? Yes, war. And it wasn't so much that this war is coming. It's on the horizon. It's here already. And it's already happened. That's what came through. And there's always been a strong resistance to the union of counterparts because of the merging of their light bodies emitting such a powerfully high frequency to banish darkness, to banish low vibrational operating. And so the time has come where unions are taking place because of the need for their union frequency, their merged light bodies to activate different areas of the Earth's crystalline grid. And this is it might seem like a slow-paced kind of strategy, but it's highly strategic, and Source has chosen to move in this manner. I'm seeing and hearing that the pace of things is so that those that are observing this frequency and are in a lower vibrational consciousness can redeem themselves. So they can redeem themselves and choose to be on the winning side of things. They can choose to be on the light and go within and see for themselves that they can choose better. And I'm seeing it's not going to be a complicated thing. Not just the union of the counterparts, but of those souls that are observing these high frequencies, wishing that they could tear it apart, somehow feeling internally that they don't wish to tear it apart, but they wish they could embody that. The problem is getting from the point A to point B. That journey is daunting, which is why so many entities will choose to continue in the path that they're going in because it's safer, it's predictable. I know if I do this, I will get this outcome, that kind of situation. Except the plans are being unraveled, like they're being interfered with, because the time has come for the general population to make a choice. They can either choose to get on the boat and sail towards inner work, sail towards their heart, embark on the inner journey towards self, towards spirit, towards the divine, or not. But they'll just have to do it all over again at some point. Maybe not here, maybe not now, or in the near future. But this is a once in a lifetime, once in a many lifetimes opportunity to what's the word? To truly shed one's conditioning that keeps them out of understanding the self and inner union, the alignment and harmony of the inner masculine and feminine polarities. This is all alchemical work. It's not necessarily operating in the 3D first. The change happens internally, and that in turn creates the external materialization of the choice. So, for those of you in union or approaching union that are understanding the journey that you're on, fear not. Fear not. The path ahead is yours. It was chosen for you. And trusting that you are moving in the right direction will give you a confidence and awareness of yourself that all you ever really needed to do to be in union and in inner harmony was to find your joy. That you might find exactly what it is that lights your spirit up, that makes you feel expansive, courageous, at peace, and excited to be alive, excited to be here, excited to participate in your own life. And this is divine pleasure. This is that which actually soothes and satisfies your spirit, your soul, your heart. Not necessarily the material things that you've been told will make you happy or make you feel something. Then again, you probably wouldn't have found this video if that was something that was still had a really strong grip on you. But it's imperative to understand that while you're operating on this understanding, you're around entities and likely in relationships with beings that want to destroy what they don't understand, that want to eliminate that which makes them feel inferior. Because the self-acceptance you have for yourself, the love that you have for yourself and for spirit, for the divine, for your relationship to all that is life, triggers a lot of darkness around you. Not always consciously. So this is why you need to be mindful and aware. You are protected, you have your protections, but you need to also protect yourself. So I started out this message by talking about war. The war that is always coming, the war that is always here, and the war that has always existed is the war on the senses. I really didn't want to talk about that. The war on the senses is designed to keep you attached to your bodily identity so that you limit your consciousness to the temporary, to the finite. The war on the senses it's like, it's one, I'm hearing it's one giant charade. What's that movie? I can't remember the name of it, but I see if I can see it. That's not helpful. What's the name? Anyways, it doesn't matter. I can explain the point of it. It's like everything around you is not necessarily a feedback loop, but more like a movie set to keep your mind conditioned to accept that what's immediately around you is all that exists. That'll do. The Truman Show. The Truman Show. Oh, see? Sometimes it's better not to pick at it like a wound or a scab. Just let it heal and let it take its course. If you send out a signal for an answer to, or for an answer to a question, sitting there racking your head for it, like racking your brain for it, is not gonna give you the answer directly. So this war on material conscious, or this war of consciousness, is what the Bhagavad Gita refers to as Maya, or illusion. It's sometimes called the Matrix. whatever term for the active force that chains us to the bodily conception, that I'm a human being living here on earth, and that's it. I have this one life. After that, it's over. When counterparts anchor into their union bodies, their anchoring into their union body occurs before the two actually come together in 3D union, in the material. Well, I can't say material because there's a lot of material dimensions, so that's why I say the third dimension, that which we can perceive through our physical bodies, our gross body. So, the union body, in alignment and in harmony with the Supreme Being, is often a target for Maya, for this illusion, because this beacon of light serves as a catalyst for many, for all within its vicinity. And it's not just Maya, it's the entities and the energies empowered by illusion, that which is disconnected from the eternal source, from God, from the divine, from the creator of universal consciousness. So why ancestors did you have me come here today to speak about Maya and about the twin flames in union or about to enter union? I'm hearing because you're ready and you need to know what you're up against. Nine of Wands. What else? Okay, yeah, wow, really? So, you could be seeing 44, 444, 1414, 1919, 1313, 1333, and 666. Any number of sixes. Also the twos. 22, 222, 2222, 369, 148. Okay, that's a lot. All the nines, 999, yeah, huge. Okay, and Nine of Wands. So, when you are close to union or in union, you need to be aware that those close to you or trying to get close to you always have the potential to be against your union. And I'm not saying just cut everyone out of your life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to tread carefully and keep your eyes open and be very, 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 very discriminatory about the information that you share about your life, about your mission, about your purpose, about your union. Be very careful. I don't mean to instill anxiety or fear. They just came over me and were like, you got to talk about this, because the closer you get, the greater the threat. The closer you get, the greater the threat. Shit. That's gonna be the title of this thing. So, because you're breaking molds. You're breaking molds and allowing yourself to be guided by God, guided by the divine. When you come into internal union, you create this like this synergistic like force field of power that just like shoots off of you into all dimensions. You become like a beacon, like a lighthouse, and that casts light on the darkness. You expose truths simply by being yourself. Simply by listening to your intuition and your body and your heart. Your guides. Never forget your guides. I'm guilty of that. I feel them, but I don't always thank them enough. So I'd like to thank you now. Thank you. Your union is sacred. It is a gift. Not the oh, I'm gonna live happily ever after with my counterpart, which is also a gift, but ultimately the greatest gift is what you give to yourself by healing, by going inwards and seeking yourself underneath all of the debris from this material war. You gotta dig it out. You gotta flush it out. And find yourself. I'll put that in another video. Okay, they're like, no, put it in this one. So, when you have enough of this, when you've been on this path long enough, you see that as more of yourself emerges in your healing work, on your healing journey, that I don't know why I'm trying to talk about it like it's not something I go through too. Like when I do this healing work and I release things, it's like I didn't even know that I was buried alive underneath all that BS. Like actually buried alive. Your true self, your core essence is buried under walls constructed to make the feelings less. Like to make whatever it is that hurts or is too much to deal with or to face, just to kind of like put a blanket on it and mute it out, silence it. But beneath that kind of illusory, yeah, I want to use the word illusory silence, is your soul begging and screaming for you to dig it up. Because once you shed all of that, once you get out of the shower, after rolling around in all that dirt, you're clean again. You're finally yourself again. And you can see truly what it is that you are and what it is that you're not. And this enables grace, because you can see through your own journey that you're no different from anyone else. You are not your conditioning, as they are not their conditioning. We are defined by our choices. We can either choose to unearth ourselves, to literally raise ourselves from the dead, or we can choose not to. Observe, discern, and act accordingly. So, I say all of that to remind you how powerful you are. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on it. They're sure as hell not. Okay? Whether they know it or not, they see you. They sense you. So there's no point in being like, oh, little me. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. No. Sweetie, no. Own it. Own who you are. Own where you come from, where you've been, and where you're going. They can't tell you anything. Seriously. Yeah. Like, you gotta... If something smells even a hint off to you, trust that. Because all they have going for them is cloaking, okay? Cloaking and boo. Like, that's it. They can't really, like... They can't really stop you. They can't really stop you. They can just try to get in your head and make you doubt. Gosh. What a loaded message, you guys. Like, I'm talking to some really tough people, like really, like, warriors. I'm speaking to absolute, like, freaking savages out here. If you can't, like, appreciate how much work you've done to get to be who you are, like, I don't know. Like, please just take a minute and feel. Feel your own strength. Feel the spark of your divinity. Sorry, fam. I didn't mean to yell. I was like, I feel like I was getting yelled at. Like, for, like, self-acceptance on this journey is one of the hardest things, at least in my experience. No, like, I want to fit in. I want to feel like I belong here. Baby, you're not meant to. You feel different because you are different. You feel different because you are different. You're here to be a lighthouse. To show others they can be free too. You know, this kind of freedom, it wouldn't feel the same if it wasn't something we worked for. If it didn't come with all the lessons and the hardships and adversities, it wouldn't feel like we deserve it. And you do. You deserve to be free. I love you all. Some warriors out here. See you in the next one.